Yeah, that was a good tester right there.
Let's get the pleasantries out of the way.
Why fart and waste it when you can burp and taste it?
Alright, so I'm going to have to ask you guys.
That's wrong.
There'll be no swearing. There'll no be talk of alcohol,
No swearing.
firearms, or tobacco.
So I can't smoke?
Right? No, we can't talk about taxes.
You can't smoke in these videos?
You can't smoke. You can't swear.
You can swear some. There's all over these YouTubes.
No YouTubes. These YouTubes.
There are YouTube and TikToks and
Can't talk about alcohol?
Nope. Can't talk about weapons. You can't
so
talk.
I have this stick here that I'm not going to do anything with, but we call it Mr. Stabbington. That's the name of my knife, Mr. Stabbington. Stabbington Bear.
Skew over in the middle there.
Fuck, it's a lose-lose situation, man. I mean,
But I just screwed. I mean,
yeah, I mean, they're
Well, you know, that's the thing is it's like their egos are so big. All they have to do is say, "We knew it was a bad choice. We didn't do the math very well. You know what I mean? We didn't think about the repercussions,
yeah, they're
and we were rude and ignorant to you, and we dismissed the fact that our VP of marketing."
It all started
You know.
because of that whole school shooting. So this trans guy kills a
Oh,
bunch of
geez,
school-
we're not doing deep conspiracy
I'm
on
just
this
this
shit.
is what
I don't
happened.
think
So all
that's
these
it, though.
that's where it all kicked off at. That's where the what is a Mulhaney kid or whatever guy.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah, whatever. And he
What
was
about him?
supporting that guy, which whatever your views are on that subject, who gives a shit? But that's why. So all these people were pissed because Bud Light was supporting his side of the views, but not even saying anything about these kids that got killed. So
See, I don't know if the timing's
that was bad. It was just a bad run.
because Google is shooting, and I know that Bud Light did the Dylan Mulvaney thing.
pulling that shit right in my face.
Oh, that's
I'm a fan.
I don't think I'm going to invite Danny back
Good.
because he's got a bad attitude.
I do.
Well, you
And-
kind of need that. I mean, he's a.
He's kind of like a black sheep, bad attitude.
Black hat.
Yeah, he's got the black hat. He's king.
You know the bad guy.
He's got the dark negative energy.
You know the bad guys in all the video, all the films. I'm that guy.
Yeah,
There you go. You got to have a bad guy.
So they-
You're
I mean,
Johnny Cash.
I should be glad you're here because now they instead of hating me, they hate
They're
you.
gonna be like that guy in the cowboy hat's a prick.
That's gonna make you look
But
good.
the guy with the hat backward, the gay guy, he's pretty cool.
Well, we don't do the whole that gay's not slang here.
I'm not saying it's slang.
I'll have to edit that out.
So
I have
what?
gay friends.
I'm
don't hurt
gonna
their
make
feelings.
every 5 words something he has
You
to
are
edit
canceled.
out.
You are canceled in the stabbing
In
cabin.
my
I
face.
think everybody feels that way.
I
you
mean,
know?
Not everybody.
really? I mean, why would you care what somebody else is
I'm
doing?
I
talking
don't.
about.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm just saying not everybody. Look at all these people that say that they're most accepting are the ones who hate the people that don't believe that. No, they do.
Yeah. It's going to be
People get their feelings hurt over the stupidest shit.
Yeah, freedom of speech gets redefined every decade. You know what I mean? Because freedom of speech in the
You should be able to
80s,
say whatever the fuck
in the
you want.
80s, maybe 90s, you used to get your ass beat.
Yeah, you don't like what they said, somebody punch you in the face.
Yeah, now freedom of speech, you
Somebody
know,
will cry about it and you'll be on the
you
news.
don't get your ass beat.
You
just-
canceled.
Well, yeah, that side of the freedom of speech, but I'm talking about the other freedom of speech is like when you have like these left, the real far left and the wackos and stuff.
Mhm.
You know, back in the day when they act like weirdos and be real
And
asinine, show their ass, they get smacked around. But if you smack around one of them now, it's a hate crime.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like far right. I don't like far right either. I don't need some old motherfucker that banging a gavel lawmaker tell me what I can and fucking can't do, and he's about my age.
Yeah.
Right? Fuck him.
Yeah.
I don't need you. If I want to do drugs, I don't give a fuck. I'll do drugs. I'm
And-
not saying you. That's. I'm
And
just
I
saying.
don't
whatever,
know where
don't need
I
somebody
don't
to
know
tell me.
where the far left and the far right even starts. You know what I mean?
You'll see.
It's weird.
Fuck them all. There, take that.
The
to video.
numbers,
But both sides.
trillions of
This
dollars.
is gonna be a hard one to edit.
Every
It's just
five
Jamie,
words
F
of
this, F that. Not that I'm gonna bleep out F words, but
It's gonna be hello, goodbye.
yeah, it's me. AOK Products, beep, 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 beep.
Good night.
They'll have like a
Yeah.
blurry.
We have 3 hours. We got 2 minutes. Of uneditable content.
They'll have a blurry block over
Dude,
there.
believes
He does
there's a
too.
speed train,
They're
not just a
fucking-
train. Like we're talking like a
Like a
fucking
light
bullet-
rail that they
a
have in
bullet
China.
train
Like the one in China.
under our country. That's such bullshit.
Yeah,
But, okay. So here's my take on the tunnels. We know there's tunnels because there's underground salt mines that are really huge and they hold their climate really well. And right now, the vast majority of perishable type of perishable history, like seeds
Let's look
and
up
all that,
underground
is
cities.
stored.
Now I want to look up.
No,
Yeah, well, that's gonna be. You can edit it out. Look up underground cities. I'm curious now.
Danny's running the show here.
I'm fairly sure.
Hey.
For that.
No, but you're not going to be able to prove on YouTube, on the TV behind
I
us,
just want to.
that those tunnels exist.
You don't want to see.
There's not
that.
going to be proof of
There
it.
has to be videos of it somewhere.
Yeah,
Underground.
all the big guys have that.
Yeah.
I'm not quite there
You
yet.
need that. You need whatever Joe Rogan.
I am
has.
doing a podcast.
Did you hear
with
that-
George Cromwell and Danny Tucker?
Did you hear?
I am not there yet.
Did you hear the?
Yeah, I'll turn around when you can pull up a bullet train
I'm gonna try.
going 180 miles per hour under Utah.
They can snatch your soul out of your body and put it in the fucking clothes. Why can't they have it under?
Well, I just saw a conspiracy theory where this lady's talking about just a lot more about UFOs than I think she knows anything about. But like they're stating that UFOs
Minnesota.
as far as terrestrials have been using Earth as a test ground
Oh, I don't fucking UFOs is bullshit.
for 270 million years.
You think?
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
like
don't-
before the dinosaurs, that these superior life forms genetically created dinosaurs and
No, God created it.
got rid of them.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's
It's not in the Bible.
well, no, but that doesn't mean it didn't exist. There's a lot of things that aren't in the Bible that still exist, right?
Right.
The stainless.
Yeah.
I don't think they mentioned the stainless steel tumble in the Bible. Tumbler in the Bible. Seriously, I don't think they did. So there's some shit that didn't make
No,
it in
I
there.
I don't believe in aliens.
What?
I don't believe in aliens.
Oh, I believe in.
I believe in
superior life force.
Fallen angels. So
A superior life force.
200 Watcher class fallen angels fell on Mount Hermon. They mated with women. They created all these giants.
Tastes like skunk.
Jesus
You
Christ!
don't believe in all that shit? You don't believe there was giants?
I
Abraham Lincoln talked about the giants that used to roam the land.
see.
I know there's
I'm
giants.
kind of like I believe if I see it, unless it's God.
Remember when I was
Doubting Thomas. We have a
prospecting
Thomas.
and
No, I think you're wrong there.
You know who Thomas is, right?
Did he not believe in God?
No, he doubted. He doubted when.
I don't
Jesus-
doubt God.
No, he just doubted when.
God is
said-
Jesus.
when he,
Yes.
the way he grew.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you got me wrong though, right out of the gate. Because I'm saying that I don't believe in anything
no
but God.
No religion.
You don't believe in anything but God.
Yeah, that's all I believe in. Everything else I feel is corrupt by the hands of humans.
Right.
Podcasters.
Then why are you watching it for?
I don't know. I was looking for
Yeah,
probably a
deep
bullet
waters.
train that goes from New York.
Bullet
to LA.
train.
He doesn't seem like he'd make a good.
What? He-
I don't think there's a chance for westerns anymore. With the way, with
I
the
do
way
too.
I do, I know,
love
I know.
Westerns.
But I just don't feel anybody can do them. And then when they do, it's like they don't even like try to make it similar to the one that does do well. So like, hey, let's just make another one just like it. Might as well, right?
Right.
Try it. No, they go. What is it? And I actually didn't mind that one western with the spaceships. What was it? Aliens, Cowboys and Aliens.
What?
Yeah,
that actually wasn't a bad movie. It was kind of entertaining.
Maybe I've seen that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of good. The
I've seen it.
007
It's been
guy.
a long time, but
Oh yeah, 007 guy.
That was kind of a funky movie. It was stupid, but it was funky.
Wild Wild West.
John
That
Wick.
was dumb.
John
Yeah.
Wick's. I can tell you the ending, but it's
310 to Yuma wasn't bad. That had Christian
Bale.
Bale,
Christian Bale.
My favorite's 310.
and it had
Yuma.
the big guy,
I like the
from
new
Australia.
Magnificent Seven.
Russell Crowe.
Not new, but the newer Magnificent Seven. That was pretty good.
That was funny. Hateful Eight was great.
What's it?
310 to
But
Yuma.
that's
Django
Tarantino
Unchained
stuff.
was okay.
Django Unchained was
You fucking guys
incredible.
not
It was
listening?
okay.
310 to Yuma.
Yeah,
I've never
That
really
was
seen it.
damn good one if you've never seen that
Is
one.
it
I
old?
said that just a minute ago, and then I told you who was in it,
Did he?
and I told you who was in it:
I'm not listening then.
Christian Bale and
I don't know who the
Russell
fuck
Crowe. But am I fucking? I feel like I'm talking to a wall over there.
You might
You are. You got another beer?
I got a refrigerator full of beers. I ain't
Go
no
get
fucking
'em.
waitress.
I don't know.
Now
kept
you
asking
can,
for tips.
you
Why
know,
did you ask for my tip?
no.
Surprise me, man.
Surprise me. Don't get him a Corona and don't get him a Pabst because Pussyfoot over here is really having a Bud Light issue.
What, Coors Light?
You don't want
Yes.
No, Coors Light. That's
Jeez.
what I got at home, and I'm not. It's not.
Miller Lite?
Huh?
But there's Miller Lite in there.
How much is something I don't try all the time? The Pabst grew on me.
Well,
The Corona
Miller
there's
Lite.
not
sucks.
that much beer in there.
That's what I grabbed you.
I thought you had a.
I got like 5 or 6 different kinds.
Drink
And
that
you've
beer.
already said you hate half of them.
I'll drink this Miller Lite.
I hadn't tried this one.
I have
That's
tried
good.
this.
He's
All
testing.
Youngling beer is good.
He's
It is.
testing.
I'm testing.
I took
yeah.
down my Bush Light neon and I put up a Youngling sign.
I like Blue Moon.
I like Blue
I
Moon,
don't
but
do
it's
that. No
real
fruit.
thick.
No fruit. That shit. They
Uh,
always bring
It's
the fruit.
only good with the orange, and then I can only drink like one.
Yeah.
Those are-
I tell you, this is before me and
Youngling
Jim went
makes
to the
good beer.
movies. They ended up giving me both of the beers. I slammed. I basically drank a 6-pack before I went to the bar. Or the movie.
So let me tell you about Youngling. It's the oldest. It's truly
Yeah.
the oldest brewery in America. It's not. That's not like how Geico says they're 110 years old.
Mhm.
Because they bought like an old insurance company that was around. Geico's only been around for 20, 30 years, if that. You know what I mean? It's not one of those. So that's 6 generations of the Youngling family, and it's still ran by a Youngling.
I don't believe him.
It could be a lie.
It's fucking rocket train in the
I'll tell
bottle.
you what though. And so they've been making Youngling, and I've been drinking Youngling since I was in my early 20s, and they were making it well before that, obviously. But my point though is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I lived right in the north part of West Virginia, 40 minutes from Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
So we would drive across the
It's not
border.
bad, though.
Explains it.
We drive across the border to get Youngling, just to get Youngling. But they had a law in Pennsylvania where if you drive over there, if they can only sell beer by the case. Somebody back in the 80s made up a law, maybe the 70s, made up a law thinking that it would cut down on the drinking and driving if a guy can't go in and buy a quart of beer or a 6-pack of beer while he's driving down the road. You know what I mean? He'd have to buy a whole case
That reminds
to
me.
drink one beer in his car. Kind of makes sense, but it kind of doesn't. Because if you're a drinker and you're going to drink, you're going to buy the case.
Drink it on the
Take
way
it out.
home.
A buddy of mine's dad would take a cooler of beer with him to work at Perfecto. He would drive to work drinking in the morning, drink all day at work, and drive home. And the cops would pull him over every once in a while and give him a ride home.
Yeah,
that shit
that's how it
happened.
used to be.
Yeah.
for sure.
Hey,
But police
hey, if you work at the
officers should be
bakery, you
held
get the
at that,
donuts
too.
for free. It's just the way it goes. Don't act like there aren't perks for where you work, and that's
Oh,
one of the
shit.
perks for being a cop is
You don't get
you
any
got a
street tickets.
You got a crappy job because you don't know if you're going to have to respond to something crappy every day, every minute of the day. You got to worry about that. You know what? I kind of say, hey, if that's kind of a good old boys club where
I'll tell you what.
where the
That's
cops
what
can,
I tell
can
you
go
what.
drive a little faster and do some stupid shit.
Screw that. I tell you what. I tell
They
Danny.
put their eyes on the line.
Freaking D student
But,
boys.
man,
getting
They got
jobs.
that. They got like one of the highest suicide rates. They got a lot of bad shit. But no, I guess I favor law enforcement
Oh, I did too.
because of our friends, a lot of our
Yeah.
friends. So I'm kind of like,
I don't care who my family is and my
I know,
friends are, but
I know.
I'm still giving them a
Well,
hard time.
well,
because
well,
of
that's
our-
because you're a ball buster, Danny. Let's talk about not being a ball buster and saying, hey, when I think about like my buddy Smiley or Breeze or your cousin Tim, who's a deputy sheriff, right?
That's his brother.
my
Brother.
My
Sorry.
cousin Dave's captain in the
Yeah.
sheriff's department.
Like if I could like just wave a magic wand and say, hey, these guys get a little break here and there, I would do it for them. So that means I should want to do it for all the cops. I would.
Well, I'm just saying.
I can't try to talk some of my friends into retiring soon enough from that occupation.
Well, yeah.
well, I know.
Because you work you do this your whole life, responding to people and dealing with domestics and really, I'm not even talking like the really bad, the grisly stuff that like a lot of them may see. I'm just talking about just having to deal with the sadness and depression of going to somebody's home and seeing a kid starving, or seeing a wife that's being
I would say
abused,
firefighters have
and there's
worse
not
stuff.
much you can do. Oh yeah, firefighters got it real bad.
When my brother first started as a
They're
cop,
up there too, you know.
Yeah, firefighters.
one of his
have it.
first calls, when he was a rookie, was a missing boy, and the boy was they found the boy. He found the boy hanging in a tool shed out in the back, and he found the body. And,
Suicide or
yeah, it
accidental?
was a suicide.
Oh.
The boy was missing. Mom called, and then
Yeah, see,
he finds it. And
there's no.
that was one thing that was etched in his mind, or still etched in his mind. But I mean, he finally retired from.
Talk some happy shit.
the
now.
street.
I know.
I'm gonna
I know.
cry. Starting to cry.
Yeah, we'll pull back out of this.
Yeah, this is
What?
your viewers just logged out.
We're not live, and I'm segmenting the videos down, chopping them up into 5 minutes, so I can download them individually as parts, because I got to figure.
Gonna make me look cool, right?
I can't.
There's no.
I said, yeah, I'll blur you out. That's about as cool as you get.
He says square wood.
I've got
Okay, do them square.
vodkas. I got whiskeys.
What's the best whiskey you got in there?
Well, the best, not whiskey. I think I've just got all bourbons, so it's not
Okay,
just
what's
straight
the best
whiskey.
bourbon you got?
The best bourbon back here.
Woodford's okay, but let's see what's that over there in that bottle right there.
And in my
What
glass.
do you got there?
They're all in bottles.
You can
What
do
is
your
that
small
far
one,
left bottle there,
half a shot.
friend?
Get up off your ass and
You'll
look.
You'll be drunk, and then you'll be no fun.
There.
1948.
That's supposed to be good. That's supposed to be good. That's good.
Well, let's do a little
1917 's
test.
good.
The worst case scenario.
I don't want a big shot,
Oh,
because
I
we're
don't.
probably gonna do a few. So let's do a tasting size shot. So 2 ounces. That's nice, because these are old school shot glasses.
Whatever.
They're not that thick.
He's probably got roof and all.
You're gonna have to quit being a prick, because you're gonna set my temper off. You're gonna set my temper off.
Oh no! Oh no!
I gotta warn you. My temper's about to blow.
I'm gonna give you a.
Okay, this is a Alberta rye,
Smells like booze.
dark batch since
It's
1946.
warm and colorful, and it smells like booze.
Smells good. It don't.
Let's see if it.
I wish I knew what to say when you do drink it, because I just kind of know if it's smooth or not.
Does it taste like oak? Does it have any other flavors with it?
Yeah,
That's what they do. I don't do that shit.
Okay,
I just drink it.
The Strava. Now you take it up,
Whatever.
tap it down, take a shot. Quit being a fucking prick.
No. Now I'm going to do it just to get on that last. You know, you got one nerve. I'm going to do this.
I mean,
Oh,
something. I think it tastes good.
it wasn't bad.
It's got a little bit of an
It's
aftertaste.
got a little alcohol taste.
Is it alcohol?
It tasted like alcohol to me.
I say we try the tall bottle next.
That was good.
We'll just go down the whole line.
Okay, so we have Rowan's Creek.
Yeah, we'll wait a minute. We'll talk and wait a minute.
Yeah.
Danny's got the Lord's elixir on his mind. He's ready to catch a buzz. I like his spirit.
Yeah, why did I'm not coming over here just because
Don't
you're
make
freaking
Rich,
pretty.
a little hot under the collar.
Oh, I like it when it gets a little hot under the collar.
Rich?
Yeah.
Oh, I love stepping. I
What
like
are you
getting him
talking
riled
about?
up. It's the most fun for me.
When we
First of all, George knows I do that to almost everybody.
Not tonight.
Always.
Okay, good.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the
started-
spark?
Yeah, I saw a little bit.
Did you see the fire?
Yeah.
I can't stop the fire.
I get him all. I like to get him right at that point where the
Rough
match
like
is ready to light.
You're a troublemaker.
I am.
That's why. But I like troublemakers.
It's fun. You know why? Because if I didn't like you, I wouldn't freaking treat you like shit.
Again?
Just it's a taste. That's, all right.
Yeah, and then you got to slow down, because you got to
I
think George.
just,
That's good. That is good.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't have that alcohol aftertaste.
It burns more though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's good. It's
I know.
good.
It's gonna be a long night.
Some of these jokes are good. All right, we got a 1917 bottle.
And this is supposed to be like a military canteen for the big red
Yeah.
one.
Man, it's got a
That's a good shit.
It's got a angel with wings holding a flag.
You never know. My buddy Jason gave me this bourbon,
It's-
man. He's a Marine.
Fans on, really can't smell.
How does it smell?
I don't know. My nose don't work anymore.
My nose.
My nose quit working back in the 90s.
Yeah. I got in a fight in the military, and guy sucker punched me and broke my nose. Man, it was
squared off.
It was bad. I was squaring off with his buddy. This was in the desert. We were in the desert, and it was.
You were another Marine, another military guy.
Yeah, he was armor division, and I was military police.
And MP. That's
but I wasn't. We weren't in uniform. We were playing basketball.
Oh, okay.
We were drinking Filipino moonshine because it was crazy over there, and it wasn't even crazy. You know what I mean?
Crazy,
Because think
but
about
it
it.
was
It's crazy. Like Vietnam. I mean, those guys were, heroin, LSD, and all this crazy stuff. No, just there we had Filipino moonshine. So you had everybody, because you find Filipino people that worked. A lot of them worked in Saudi Arabia. It's just a thing. That's their people that work there, and they'll be working there, and they have their own communities. And then you go up to them and you say, like in a mall, like they would have these weird Arabian malls, not quite America Mall. But you go in, you'd see the Filipino dude standing there doing something here or there. And you say, hey, do you got any water? And they'll go, yeah, we got some water. Just wait here, or we'll come back in 5 minutes and we'll have it. And you come back, and it was like $10 for those plastic bottles of water that aren't real big, 12 ounce.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sealed. And it's like, says like Aquafina on it. But it didn't say that. It said it had Arabic on it.
It said Walmart.
And it looked like a freaking bottle of water, plastic water, sealed with moonshine in it, made from corn, Filipino moonshine, and the shit was rank, and it was super, super, super strong. They said, I guess a lot of soldiers.
If it's like first run, you do moonshine, you do a first run,
Right.
that shit'll blind your ass.
Yeah, something tells me they're not over there sorting runs.
They're not.
One batch. Like I watched a buddy of mine do one batch of shine, and he's very meticulous about how he pulls it from the batch off the float,
Right.
because he notes the float level, which tells you the proof
Yeah, well,
and all that.
Yeah.
He notes that. He notes something else, the date or something on top of each bottle, because that float changes with each bottle. So he'll have at the end of it say 40 jars, quarts, whatever. Maybe not that many, 24.
That's a lot.
Yeah, say 24. He does a big batch. He's got a big.
Big still?
Yeah, he's got a big
Okay.
pot.
It's possible.
But so it's 20 jars, and then
40, 24.
he keeps the first 10. The first 10 are to be cut.
That's a fish
You
story.
know what I mean? Right?
But, yeah.
The first 10 proof, the top proof.
Uh,
You take the first 5 jars or whatever it is, and that's to cut and start the next batch. So you don't
you
use that.
Dump it out.
Right.
You just dump it off.
No, I guess you can use that as a base.
You dump that shit off.
Do you really?
It'll blind you.
Dude, you're not fucking paying attention where I say
I'm telling you.
base on a new batch.
You run when you first.
It'll blind you if you drink it straight out of that jar, but then you dilute it in with the next batch, and you're
don't
talking about
mix
gallons
it.
of
You
shit.
don't mix this.
You fucking know it all, don't you?
I'm telling you, I'm fucking hillbillies is my family, you dumbass.
I'm from West Virginia, and I live in
Not
Indiana. I'm just fucking hillbilly as you, boy.
Do you guys do moonshine?
What?
Did you do moonshine?
I'm talking about moonshine. I watched it 3 months ago. Motherfucker. Yeah, I watched it right here in Indiana. You ain't got to be from Kentucky to watch it happen 3 months ago. And it's done right. Jesus Christ.
Whoever's putting the shitty moonshine, the first run you should pour off.
I'm not saying he's
I've
doing that.
heard
I'm
it.
saying
I've
that
heard
you-
it that way too.
I'm saying that there's
I've always-
different
my
schools of
cousins-
thought on it.
When we did it, we always
Yeah, you
poured
don't
it
drink it. You start the next
Right.
batch with the first.
Yeah, they always poured it off.
Yeah.
They said
Well,
don't drink that shit.
I think if you're if say you're doing it at a real max level and you're only talking about 4 or 5 jars off a 100-jar batch, yeah, you pour 1 or 2 out. But if you know what you're doing and you just know that it's just an extremely high alcohol content, it's just adding alcohol to your next batch and it gets diluted with everything else.
Did your family ever make bathtub whiskey and bathtub beer?
No.
My grandpa made moonshine.
In the bathtub.
He-
My grandpa
no,
made bathtub booze.
That's
Not
because they
in
couldn't
the
afford a
bathtub.
stainless pot.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Fruit, Everclear,
There's like I've never heard of what you just said. Harry.
Harry Buffalo.
I've
That's what
heard
they called
of
it.
Harry Buffalo.
You've heard of that?
Yeah.
I got to get some of these anger shots in for For Rich. You gotta leave some where your face is like getting beat red where you get mad. And it's hilarious.
And it's not mad, it's aggravated.
I love
You
it.
aggravate me.
I love it.
I don't trust humans. Just don't.
All right.
Oh,
So what are we drinking here?
That was to the group. I'm sorry about that.
No, I don't either.
This is Lady Victory, Society of
Don't
the
have
First
my phone.
Infantry Division. So this has got it's got a red label on the back, and it's got a big red one. So if you look through the glass, you can see a one.
So who's making it?
I don't
who
know.
makes
1917 Lady Victory is on the chip.
Is that
I don't know.
is that bottle in 1917 or is that just the company
I think-
1917?
I think it's Lady Victory's got to be the bourbon,
Surely that wasn't 1917 bourbon. I mean,
and surely the name of the bourbon isn't
surely.
Society of the First Infantry Division. It's just so it's got to be Lady Victory. Donor proof.
Bourbon whiskey.
We weren't supposed to look at that,
Yeah, we were doing that.
Edit it out.
Yeah, edit it out.
but now I got to act surprised. Son of a bitch! Now I got to act. Okay, so now this is
Fine, now we're
90 proof,
Well, no.
and this
Yeah,
is
100.1.
Ooh, so this was the strongest one.
I guess.
So we'll leave this up front as the stronger booze.
They're the same.
No, 101.
100.1.
That's right. That means it's stronger. I mean, let's just
Just
put
drink,
it out there.
Drink
It's a
shot.
fact.
Just drink the shot.
Mm-mm. It has a better aftertaste. Whew, that's got the aftertaste of the first one.
Wow.
I like
That
one
tastes
better.
real
You like that one better?
Well, I like it better than the middle one. My favorite's probably the first one there. I think
Like,
it's
we're
good.
definitely not doing
Here,
Evan Williams. We can just skip that one.
Evan Williams is good.
Yeah, but that's pretty much Jack Daniels.
One's a gift. My buddy Chuck.
I think that's all you have left.
Well, that's cherry bourbon,
What's this here?
flavored bourbon. I thought that one didn't have a tag.
So we have here Woodford Reserve.
Does it have something written on it?
It says Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it's a
This
Kentucky
is for
Derby
today.
special.
This is for the booze for today because the Kentucky Derby was today, right?
Is today or
No, it's
tomorrow?
Fighting Sounder, man. I'm going to have to pass on this one.
It's a half a shot.
Well, this is the good stuff.
This
Just,
is the
this
last.
is it. Last
we got
one.
that and that one.
Give
So I'm giving him a big
quarter
shot. Just
quarter
give him a sip.
Yeah, I'm just
It's 45. It's 45% alcohol, whatever.
so it's 80 proof, right?
90 proof.
90 proof.
See, I'm not seeing.
I'm saying 80. You're saying 90? Yeah, let's see who's right.
It's 2 times 45.
I don't know.
50th anniversary. Holy shit, man!
That's Secretariat, man.
It's not a special batch,
It's
but
horse
it's
juice.
good.
That's
We're going back to
good.
over that.
I'll make
We're
sure
going to.
It's 90 proof. 45. You take 2 times the percentage, and that's your proof.
I didn't know that. See, I learned something every day.
I thought you knew that.
I didn't know it. Honestly,
Really?
I didn't. That's the first time I ever knew that.
Wow. Fucking Danny Tucker just admitted he didn't know something.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not mad at all.
I'm knowledgeable.
I'm fucking blown away.
If I knew it, then I would be arguing with you.
Hey.
Be like, screw you, guy. I know
Nostrada.
this.
Shut
What's
up and
this
drink.
Russian guy that somebody brought with him?
I found out Nostrada means in health. And I think that's a very clean.
How about cheers?
What's cheers mean? See?
Somebody knows your name.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, well, yeah. You don't know what cheers means. I know what Nostrada means.
Somebody knows my name.
How about that shit?
Norm!
It's medicine-y.
Yeah, not a fan. All right, so I think I knew I have selected my new booze of
Cough
choice.
syrup.
That one gets a face.
Oh, you got the heartburn face.
Yeah. No more.
You got the heartburn face on the last one. You got one test.
I'll drink a little bit of that cherry flavored shit.
I don't want it, but I'm gonna
I
commit.
tell you, you know what I like?
Committing to the bit here.
You know what I've had? I have apple crown royal back there. And
so
you,
vanilla's better.
no, I don't like vanilla stuff like that.
Black
Do it.
Label.
But listen, so the apple crown royal with apple juice on ice, it's very appley, but it is very good.
I mean,
Very, very good. Like
sounds apple.
even strong, it's good. Mixed strong,
Yeah.
like a double.
88.
Oh, it's so good.
Isaac Newton smells like nothing.
Oh,
You smell anything?
Oh, it's like syrup. I've drank it. Don't put a lot in there.
They're tests.
Yeah, definitely.
None of. I don't even want none of
Because
this.
I don't really even like this. And this is St. Elmo's is the best steakhouse in Indiana. Well, Indianapolis.
Love their cocktail
There
sauce.
may be better steakhouses, but it's pretty damn good. And their shrimp cocktail sauce made with
Okay.
jet fuel.
Before I got there, everything.
Beer?
I'm good right now. Give him. I'm gonna drink his.
Good. Give me something better.
What do you want? Pabst? Yinling?
Yeah, you guys are struggling with these light beer options.
Yeah, we are.
Dude, I'm not hating the
I've really
Pabst.
never seen two bigger pussies over there whining about this light beer. Like it all tastes
Every
the
time
damn
he goes to the
same.
bathroom, he's
Same.
It all tastes the same.
No, they don't.
You guys are so. I don't even. I can't.
Whatever,
Do
green
you know
shirt.
us, man?
Calm down, green shirt. Actually, we're gonna have to give him some Xanax. He's getting too riled up over nothing.
I brought some Coors Light. So.
upset.
I'm just gonna count to 10. I'm gonna count to 10. I'm counting to 10. I'm counting to 10.
I know what you're
That
doing.
color went up when he said it.
I know.
Look.
That's it.
I know what you're doing.
What's your blood pressure, Ron?
I've never had high blood pressure.
Oh yeah.
Till today.
Now I've had cholesterol. Used to addressed it and it went away. Wasn't that bad, but yeah, I've been blessed with
It's just dysfunction.
fantastic blood pressure my whole life.
Good luck. I mean,
Anger management.
yeah.
Well, no, so like when I was at the peak of my anger, which was when
That's when we became friends.
I got fired from Ferguson for threatening to beat up a guy. And
Really? You only. Why didn't you just punch him?
well, the thing was he was just he was a younger dude. He was cocky.
Punch him.
Yeah, he wasn't there, dude.
Oh.
So he was just outside sales guy. I was an inside sales guy. He was pushing my buttons, and I really believe he didn't know he was pushing my buttons, and he didn't know what he was getting into. And then when he got himself into it, he knew that there was probably no getting out of it without getting me fired. Because
So he went and told on you?
yeah, well he just said he wouldn't come to work if I was there, because he realized that he'd really made a big mistake in that arena.
I'm not going to work if Rich is there.
So my boss said, "Well, why won't you go to work if Rich is here?" And he had to say it. You know, he threatened that he was going to punch me, no matter what. Because that's what I said. I go, "I'm going to punch you in the face, no matter what, next time I see you." And I did.
Why did you tell him? Yeah, and you didn't when you seen him next?
I was mad. When you're mad and you're
Oh, see, that's the
you go into
difference.
the red
The
zone.
difference
Think about what
No,
I'm
we
saying.
were yelling
Well, I
back and
would-
forth on the phone
Yeah.
about an order that I had taken care of, and it was taken care of, and he knew it. And he was just pushing my buttons because he got a kick out of it. We're cool now, so I don't even have anything bad to say about him. But because I deserved it.
It was a learning experience.
I shouldn't have said that.
Look,
It's not
look,
professional.
you
Look
don't-
at fucking where you're at now.
I never.
That's the thing is it falls right into my philosophy about getting fired. You know,
Uh-huh.
everybody sees getting fired as such a bad thing. Dude,
thought you
so
quit.
people don't even realize.
Shoves you into something, doing something you gotta do.
Well, and sometimes there's a big difference between quitting and getting fired,
Yeah.
and what that had. Because when you quit, you're empowered. You felt empowered because you quit, and you did it and you walked away for whatever reason, good or bad. You get fired, you're forced to leave, and you had no power over that, other than the fact that you got yourself in that position in the first place to be fired.
Mm.
But what it does though is it humbles you, and it makes you say, "Yeah, I just got fired because I'm a grown man. I think I was in my 30s. So 2012.
Isn't that a Bob and
11
Tom
years
thing?
ago.
Ferguson Hardware.
What's that?
Isn't that a Bob and Tom thing? Ferguson Hardware.
Yeah.
Guy works in the Ferguson Hardware. He's always screwing stuff up. You
Is
ever
Bob
never-
and Tom the radio show?
Yes,
I hate those guys.
I do too. But they had a bit was Ferguson.
All they do
Hardware.
is laugh at each other.
Oh.
They sit in a room.
Well,
That's all they do. That's all
But
they do.
they did have a skit. It was
That
called
was funny.
Ferguson Hardware.
Like so you said that, and right now they would all go, "Hi, it's Ferguson Hardware."
Yeah.
That's what they do. I hated that show. Everybody loved them.
I did.
Actually,
I hate
But
it.
it made me question: is there something wrong with me? Because everybody I know likes Bob and Tom, but me. I was.
I didn't
I
care.
hated them.
I couldn't stand them.
You would another stupid skit that they had.
This guy.
Are we going to talk about
Just
Bob
give
and
me,
Tom?
I'm talking about my buddy Dave.
I made it clear I don't like Bob and
I don't
Tom.
give a shit what you're talking about. I'm talking about my buddy Dave. So he drew temper issue, kind of like you. Had some anger issues.
I don't have a fucking temper issue.
Some suppressed anger. Said some suppressed anger. And,
This is all passion, motherfucker.
oh, passion.
Yeah. I'm passionate about how I feel.
So
When I'm angry, I'm passionate about being angry.
to a White Rock. You ever been to White Rock, St. Paul?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wasn't that fucking great? So we went to White Rock and he showed up.
St. Paul, Minnesota?
No,
Indiana.
Indiana.
It's cliff diving in Indiana.
Really?
It's
Oh,
pouring.
it's pretty cool.
They
Out
do scuba diving.
all there, but other than that, he's a good guy. So I have a comparison to you.
Thank you. I know that's none of it's true, but hey,
No,
I'm just trying to get it right.
Unfortunately,
I'm
it
trying.
might be all true.
You don't know. So my buddy Mike Anderson, when he got paralyzed, that was the place we took him to go swimming.
The water was ice
We
cold.
missed him. We missed him. We took, remember, I was a joke.
I quit paying attention to you about. I swear to God, like 25
He's
seconds
like
ago.
golfing La La Land.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna let him ride this one out. I zoned out and I forgot what
But I did like White Rock.
And
I
I
think
did.
I all of.
No, I need to go.
Oh yeah, you take a quarter and drop it down there. You'll watch that quarter go down for like 100 feet.
I want to see that.
Pretty badass.
I hear you can like rent a houseboat.
Yeah.
We did every year. I
Like
used to do
camp in
that.
it too, like live in it.
Yeah, you live in it.
It's got like 5 rooms.
It's,
in
it's
it. 5
not
or 6
just
rooms.
We gotta do that.
So I rented them for
Water.
all my guys on the construction company. I would rent 2 houseboats to take everybody. And we worked. We did Robert's glass windows.
Who
and
drives the houseboat? Do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, because some of them are complicated, depending on how big they are.
doors? It's a big
forward, backwards, you know.
big boat. Forward, backwards.
Yes, some of them are just all throttle driven, and they got 2 motors, and they're just prop driven. So you gotta
There's no
reverse,
Barney
go
Rubble
forward,
pedaling
to
that
steer it.
shit.
So
No.
there's that,
Yeah.
and then there's some on the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, because my dad had a
Yeah.
54-foot houseboat, and I wasn't driving that thing. It was really big, and that's what I'm saying. If you're talking about having 4 bedrooms, I'm thinking
some of
these
them
things
have
are really
8
big.
8 bedrooms.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty-
you're not just driving it.
Exactly.
So I
I think we
couldn't
should do
go
one.
in on a houseboat with somebody. I could go in on a speedboat, but not a houseboat, because all I'd ever think about is you and your wife having
Fucking
sex
in the,
on the
bathroom.
countertops and on the mattresses and on the chairs.
That's all I could think about.
And I'm sure you may think the same thing,
I wouldn't fucking care.
because that's what I do.
I'd be just as dirty as you, man.
I suffer from an imagination that goes too far. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
I agree.
so-
it goes too
so
far.
If you were to sleep over at my house and I'm not there, or even if I'm there and I'm asleep and you're somewhere in the house sleeping, I'm gonna think that you're rubbing your balls on everything in my house. First off, because that's something you would do.
No, I would not
Yeah,
rub my
darling,
maybe on your
yes.
chin while you're sleeping,
Yeah, or-
but not on your bed or
Exactly.
counter.
George and I,
or yeah,
no.
yeah.
Him and Darlene, most definitely.
Back
Yeah.
in the day, not
You
so
know.
much now. It's
So-
toned down.
so-
but we used to have
Same
sex
thing
everywhere.
with like potlucks.
Yeah.
When people bring dishes, I imagine the person bringing that dish, and I imagine them that they probably cooked that dish naked in the
They
kitchen.
scrubbed their
Probably
hand
jacked
and they
off.
made the potatoes.
Like scratched his balls, mixed the Kool-Aid, that kind of thing with his hand. I imagine that, and I can't help it.
Is that Billy Screws rubbing off on you?
No,
Oh, yeah.
This is a whole-
I
this is
see-
a whole
I
other
see.
phobia. Billy's got similar phobia, but his was real bad one day. Like
Depends on
literally,
the person.
me and him would be sitting there at a bar, and he would order a burger and fries. And if I touched a fry, he wouldn't eat any of the fries.
None of them.
If I just touched it, like
Yeah.
that, because you'd mess with him, and he'd get mad. He'd want to fight sometimes. But you just touch that French fry.
Well, man,
I guarantee you, I'd be like,
this guy, this guy,
Yeah, see, he used to be real bad. Now, you know, you order a pizza with him, and you'll pull a slice off, right, and maybe even touch the other one, and he'll eat that piece of pizza now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not that way
Well,
anymore.
he's fucking not in New York.
But
man.
he's
New York,
still
scrub.
New York will fuck
You
you,
should
up.
try
Period.
something.
no. I'm
I mean,
53.
No,
I'm
but
growing
if,
all I'm gonna grow.
so if we all go to, you wouldn't rent a houseboat.
I still have an open mind.
Would you rent a houseboat?
Yeah, I'm just talking. I couldn't own it, and it's not even really as much me as
Think
my
about it.
wife. No.
Renting that houseboat 50,000 motherfuckers
Oh, yeah.
fucked all
Yeah.
over that map. You
Isn't
could
that
probably
crazy?
hit a black light and be like, oh, there's kids
Yeah,
everywhere.
Isn't that crazy? But I'll negate that. But if I owned that houseboat, I would never rent it. And I would be very concerned about lending it out, especially under those circumstances,
What
because
about
that's
a
like
hotel room?
That's what I'm saying.
that's like honeymoon shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That gets the juices going. It gets the testosterone flowing when they're on a houseboat at a big lake. You know, that somebody's getting somebody's getting it all.
Everybody's getting fucked.
Yeah, somebody's doing the dirty
Except that one guy.
in your houseboat on your stuff.
That one guy.
It's an affliction. It's something you can't control. Your mind automatically imagines.
So
the
your
worst.
wife thinks that everybody's doing the dirty too. Is what you're trying to say. You're throwing it off on her. You just said that. It's not so much me. It's my
Well,
wife.
I always wanted to
Let's
get
get
into
into
rental
it. I'll figure
property
that
and
out.
shit like that, and I also wanted to buy like a condo down at the beach one time. But I was like, hey, if we're gonna do that, let's not let it sit there empty. Let's rent it out because that was when
Airbnb.
Airbnb was getting popular. But really, before that, and they just have rental property places that you go to, and they do the rental management, and you just buy the property and
Rich's timeshares.
Exactly. No, but seriously, I was gonna like buy one so that we could have it almost like a timeshare, but we would own it, and then just have a management group rent it out, do its thing, maybe throw us a couple shackles in the year, and we had a free place to stay for a month out of the year, something like that. We thought that was a good idea, and then we decided no, because
We decided, no. That's kind of dramatic.
yeah,
We got some drama on that one.
well, yeah, but like, I don't know, it's just a thing, and she would not knowingly want to rent our place that's like our home away from home, imagining what all these other people do, you know what I mean? But yet, when we would go on vacation, we would have to rent that same place.
Yeah.
So it was more just about,
So I would
Is
say-
it- it's
so
not-
when
it's
you,
not
you
really
go on
ours.
vacation, you will rent an Airbnb. You don't have.
oh, we do, definitely.
Oh, okay.
We don't, it doesn't bother us in that sense.
That's weird.
It's very weird.
That is-
'Cause I would do the rental thing. I don't like potlucks. She doesn't like them either. But I really can't not see
Like, you
George
could go down to
naked
the fire-
cooking that souffle.
You could go down to the
That
fire
he brings
station
to my house.
the Dan's fish fry that they have at the fire station, knowing that.
You don't know what they're doing. Scratching their butt crack in the middle of their own personal home
I
kitchen.
think it depends
People
on
are
the
disgusting.
person with me.
Some people are not, they're filthy humans.
Sir?
You don't-
In the fucking bed.
Good sheets are very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Silk
No,
sheets.
good mattress is very important.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, good
'cause
sleep,
my
period.
mattress sucks.
I
But
try,
I
to get,
also
I try
have-
to get 8 hours of sleep every night. You know, I mean, if I know if I gotta wake up at 1, I'm going to bed at you know.
Good mattress, good shoes, and in your case, a good air seat in your truck.
Yeah, mine sucks right now.
Because
But
you spend 8 hours sleeping, you spend 8 to 10 hours working. I'm just gonna say, 8 to 10 hours working. So your ass is in the chair 8 to 10 hours. Your back's on the bed for 8 hours. That leaves you 6 hours in a day. Shoes, you're on your feet maybe,
right.
or a good couch because you may be on your ass. I don't know.
My
I
shoes,
like a
my,
good
my shoes are
quilt.
Merle's,
He's in his chair.
but
Do you guys do quilts on your beds? Okay, just
Quilts?
Quilt.
No,
we got.
I sleep under a sheet.
Yeah.
Well, I have the sheets,
And that's it, a sheet.
silk, and then quilts.
Dead of
Winter and
winter.
hot.
I
Yeah,
have fucking-
dead of winter.
Okay, no, I got like 30 fucking quilts that are all handmade.
The coldest
I
I,
got
get
fucking,
is sheet cold.
heated.
Oh, I guess
I
you
like
like
it
it hard.
hard.
And I'm like kind
Is this
of
a family show?
My
We got
soft
a
mattress.
sleep
Topic
number.
change.
so soft mattress.
All right, so if you had to choose the light beers, George.
My beers.
This-
Fucking Yingling.
Yes. Okay, that's the only thing that was probably good out of this whole conversation.
Well, that's the thing is so you, if I can keep this thing running on us for the time we're sitting here drinking, communicating, and hanging out, I can pluck.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can pluck the low fruit and leave the shit at the top of the tree in the
Who,
tree.
who gets the nose picking out of the camera? the yoga poses. And,
But yeah, I mean, and I just found a new editing app, which is better than
You
the
gotta
one
leave
I
some
love.
of your anger moments.
What
in
was
there, 'cause
that?
you
Oh,
have so
yeah.
much passion.
Yeah, I tried.
That
It wasn't
editing
good.
app.
That is so
You do
good.
it on the computer.
That's real though. Be honest with you, that's real.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
like me
Or do
being
you do it on
you
your
gotta
being
limit,
myself.
you gotta limit how real you can be sometimes, because then it becomes kind of raw.
People like that, though.
Yeah, well,
It's like the Joe Rogan thing where he flips out
if
like, or he gets
if
really high.
If I organically got mad, say you kept pushing my buttons and you were being a real prick about it, and you're not goofing around because I know you.
Yeah, I'm just.
So you're having fun. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get a little fiery goofing around. But like, if say you were just some dirty prick that came in here and I didn't really
Then
know
you got
you,
a scrap time.
say me and you didn't know each other, didn't have our history that we've known each other for so long. Yeah, I probably already fucking knocked you out. You know what I mean? Tried to. How about that?
I'm just listening.
I'm
listening to you.
How about
I'm
that?
entertaining your thoughts.
You may have your doubts. You may have your doubts.
Everybody
Everybody
gets
Everybody
one.
does.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody's a fucking
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah. No.
Do you miss it, Rich?
And you miss
Club?
the club days?
No. Not at all. I don't miss the people in the club either because I see them and talk to them.
Yeah.
I wasn't out bad. I just left. You know what I mean?
I will say
So
I missed the
kept my
black
friendships.
friendship. I'm
King
the fucking
Dick,
boss.
yeah.
I was the fucking King Dick. I walked in the clubhouse and I'm like,
You got
fucking.
the dick part right.
Yeah, I walked in, got free booze, whatever.
So
Shit to
pissed.
eat.
I would be so pissed if my kid did what I did. Right?
Yeah, but you know,
But-
but they're gonna.
My daughter, she got a DUI.
Oh, see, she's
Alexis
young.
got the DUI. Oh, she's got her license back.
Angela had it too.
Oh fuck. Well.
Alexis, and she's like, Dad. She calls me. She's like, I did cocaine. I was like, okay. I was like,
Jeez, that's a big admit.
It's like, no, well, we're honest.
How old is she?
22, 22.
22.
She's like, I did cocaine. I was like, how many times? Once or twice. It's like, you're a liar. Once or twice means 20 times. It's like, let's just be honest. It's like, well, let me tell you about what Dad thinks about this. It's like, cocaine would be okay, but now they have fentanyl in it. One sniff, you're dead. That's like, stop doing fucking stupid shit. So she was, now she's not doing it anymore. She's like, well, how'd you get away with it? It's like, in my day, they didn't have the fucking fentanyl. It was just cocaine.
Yeah.
And we were just having a good time. I was like, but nowadays you get that shit and it's got fentanyl in it, it'll kill you.
I saw a video today where they dropped. I don't know if it's people. I don't know who it is, but they're dropping dollar bills on. Which are laced. If you pick it up, it's got the shit on it.
The
stuff,
fentanyl on it?
Yeah.
and it'll fucking make you start acting weird or something. I don't know.
But
No, I
most
don't
of the
know.
American
But
Indians
name
have a lot of
me a
Jewish.
continent or a country. All of it's acquired
It's a lot
land.
of Jewish stuff.
All land's acquired
So
land
they-
at some point.
There's
Right?
12 tribes in Israel and there's a missing tribe. Probably the Jewish people.
What are you even talking about?
American Indians.
Yeah.
You know,
They
they
said
have-
You were
Cherokee
Jewish?
are descendants
Jewish?
from
I'm making
Jewish.
it.
Yes.
Hold on, listen to me. Name me. I don't know if you can, because I can't. But name me a country that has their indigenous people that were there prior to them, and they took it over. Because that's every country's taken over
Right.
to some point, right? To a
Iceland.
degree.
Well,
Vikings.
Maybe not.
Iceland. Vikings.
What did you?
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
Christ. You're making a good
I'm
point.
just throwing shit out to piss them off.
Yeah, but you're sabotaging a good point.
Go ahead.
You understand? Sabotaging a bad point is great because
Oh, go ahead. Quit
you're,
crying about
you're
it.
doing a redirect
Get your
on the
Incredible
content.
Hulk
But
out.
when I'm making a good point and you're sabotaging it,
You hate it.
oh yeah,
Oh,
because I
no.
know you know it's a
Let
good
me-
point, and you're trying to jerk me off.
And the only reason why
Yeah,
the white
Here we go.
man-
it'd be a great place to find that example because I bet you they're like in Nigeria they don't have reservations for the tribes that they took over,
Oh, no.
No.
right? So it's like why would you declare that America still owes
Oh,
reparations
only
to
because-
Native Americans? Wait.
Because they
When-
own the land already.
When we give them all the land, we've given them a lot of land. No, I think we've screwed them. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
But so are all the other indigenous species that were screwed over by all the other countries.
By being conquered. So,
Yeah.
yes.
But I feel we are one of the first people
Only
that come
because
in
of mass.
that actually take over a group of people and leave them with land.
Yeah, but only
And
because of
leave them with
mass
tax
killings.
reliefs and shelters. Leave them with like where they can make their own. They have their own municipalities. They have their own
That-
law. They have their own everything on these reservations. Now, yeah, it sucks because they did have all of America and we took most of it.
Yeah,
We
it'd be
gave
like
them
me
a
coming
very
to your
small
house
percent.
and taking your house and giving you a quarter of your backyard and saying, now,
And I'll take that. I'll take that if my other option is what all the other indigenous species had, and they were just eradicated.
to be, eradicated.
And they weren't even given that back quarter of that yard. I'll take the back quarter of my yard.
You would
We took everything else, so we're going to give you this. Sounds terrible because we're not giving you anything. You already owned it. But we are going to let you still have this, even though we don't have to. And historically,
conquering.
name me country
That has conquered
that has been
another-
conquered, and they were given these extensions that I believe were given to Native Americans that weren't given to anybody else. So at least we tried to be better than other colonies.
But they kept killing.
Can we not get that kind of fucking credit though?
I don't.
Because everybody
know.
wants to slam America.
Boarding schools.
No, they
You know
went
what
from they went from owning.
You know, the big thing about Native Americans too is they were not going to join forces. A lot of them.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I knew the
They
tribes.
hated
I knew-
each other.
I don't want to talk about the
the
history because the history. You know, I don't want to. I just don't want to step out of bounds.
I just think what
But I
we're
do
doing
want to say
for
I know there
like
are
you said,
definitely big tribes that hate each other and never
Right,
like each other.
right.
in California, you no longer have to be an American citizen to be a police officer.
Right.
California's fucked up.
You know, California, you don't have to be a citizen to do anything.
Ain't that fucking, no, be a cop though. Is that fucked up?
No, like you can join the military. How about that?
That's fucked up.
You know, but hey,
Yeah.
I got no beef with Mexico. I think there should be something.
And dude, this kind of makes you think. What?
I love Mexico.
What is the other
Yeah,
side
they're the hardest
thinking?
working Americans out there.
What
What do you fucking want, man?
Can I borrow $20?
He's always broke.
Yeah,
They know how to manage
Yeah, that's how I
it.
am.
That's
Let's not even talk about education because that's so overrated.
It is a piece of paper that says you can do what you can do.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
don't
I
mean
think
shit.
right here's a great
Does
example
you?
of 3 people that have caught whatever level of success because success is only in the beholders.
If you're happy.
Right.
Yeah,
Be happy.
but you got
If you're not broke and you're happy.
You know, I've got my college degree is minimal. You know, it's in just
Criminal justice.
yours.
Yeah. But I was a high school dropout. Took my JED, the GED. Went to college before I got an IEPI after the entrance exam. And before my classmates had even graduated. And started and did the ASVAB. Thought I was going to be a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did the ASVAB, tested really high, and off it went from there. Ended up.
ASVAB test? That's military.
I'm not getting into it, but yes, I did the ASVAB and tested pretty high on that.
What'd you score on?
The 900.
No, they don't. The scores don't go that high.
It was 800 the testing thing. But,
Really?
yeah, 800 was the max.
And how'd you get a 900 if 800 is
I'm
not messing with
you. I did take the ASVAB.
When you had it, you didn't put a bunch of bullshit here, you know.
Yeah.
He had me, man. I'm like,
I'm messing with you.
what the frick is he talking about?
And then I ended up doing a construction company, and construction company took off.
I don't think there's enough parents out there that are ready and willing to
And then White
direct
Castle hit.
direct their kids in the direction they're supposed to go at an early age. Because nobody wants to say, we're prepared to make Johnny be the best truck driver he can ever be.
Right.
No, they all want to say, I want him to be an accountant, I want him to be a doctor, I want him to be a lawyer.
Right.
And he's got to go to the best college, and I've got to spend $90,000 a semester on college. That's how all these people are programmed right now. And until they can like say, hey, you know what? I got to accept the fact that my kid Steve-O here he needs to be a plumber. And that
He needs to be a
$1 million a
and
year
that can be-
plumber, you
and
know.
that
I'm
can
gonna
be
make
an
good
incredible
money.
thing.
Yeah, they do.
And that can be an incredible thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just being a standard union plumber, you can make great money. But then say your kid, if he does have any of what you want him to have,
Well,
feel entrepreneurially.
But